Future trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Content provided in this segment is meant for educational purposes and is not a solicitation to buy or sell commodities.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk. I am Cody. He is Andy, and Paige in the background. We make up the Tech Talk trio. It is Tuesday, July 22nd, just about 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central Time. How you doing today?
You know what, Cody? It's a day of mourning right now.
It is.
We just learned the news.
About half an hour, we just learned that Ozzy Osbourne.
No longer. So for the rest of the show, I think I might just call you Sweet Leaf. I don't know.
Hey,
If I refer to you as Sweet Leaf,
I'll understand.
thank you.
He just had his concert not even 2 weeks ago. That was utterly fantastic. If anyone has not seen it, I suggest you go look it up on YouTube. It was amazing. Tribute to Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne.
There you go. Well, we've got 3 charts. All 3 came in request, by the way.
Yes, we do.
This is Bean Meal.
Bean
Came to
Meal.
us from internally Trannel Train.
Going off the rails on a crazy train.
This thing is going off the rails on a
This
crazy
thing is
train.
off the rails.
That's for sure. So I'm looking at a different indicator here today. This is the ADX. Basically measures the strength of a trend. Pretty good. And it's tough to say that this is like this is in a clear downtrend.
Yeah.
Right. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It hasn't been able to break out of there. Well, it hasn't even really tried to break out of there except for maybe 2 days ago.
I mean, you could say that it tried.
Friday?
It's given it a shot. It's given it the old college try.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that this guy right here, the ADX, is starting to roll over, which would suggest that the strength of the trend is coming to a close. Like it's losing steam, so to speak, right? So this number is always going to be positive. So even though the number is going up, it indicates strength of a trend, be it a downtrend or an uptrend. So this thing coming back down would suggest at the very least consolidation is coming.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks like it wants to go test this 270 area, and then, who knows what happens? Are you gonna what kind of a crazy train are we gonna have here? What do you think for Trannel
I
Train?
guess, we were on a call this morning talking to Jim and Jake, and he had mentioned something about the same, testing 270 again. The question is, do you break through it, make new lows, or do you bounce off of that again? I mean, the way that it's not like we've rallied back to 300 by any means, right? We've gone from 270 to 280, just under 280. So it's not like we've had a heck of a rally the past couple of days either.
Right. I mean, to your point, like if you were looking for a spot to be long, this is as good as any.
Yeah.
Right? You've gotten out of this downtrend. It feels like we wants to test 270, but I mean, who knows? But I think if you fail to test 270, or maybe you go do it and bounce off pretty aggressively, then I think the number you want to be mindful of is this 300 area.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once, twice, third time was the charm.
Nope.
Right? But like this area, I think it's clear that this market had a lot of volatility once it got past that price in both directions. So it becomes a bit of a magnet. I mean, I think you could take a shot at being along this. You're wrong at 270. Upside, you're risking, call it 8 to make 20 and change.
Yeah.
So nice little, what is that, 2.5 to 1?
Right.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
That's excellent, actually.
Yeah. And to your point, if you settle below 270, it's probably time to get out of the long position that you got on.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just hard to get excited about any of that stuff right like right here, right now.
I hear you.
I think you would do really well with like a pet bat.
I mean, I don't know about that, but
I mean, you don't want a cat, you don't want a dog, and I get it, that's fine. But if you had just channel like your inner Aussie and get a bat.
a pet bat.
that would be sweet. Maybe we can create like a poll or something like that. Should Cody get a bat? Yes or no? I think the answer is going to be a resounding yes. But what do I know? What do I know? I don't know. All right. Next up, another request. Let's just do this on a weekly basis. This is Spot Butter. Came to us live from another internal request. We call him C-Suite.
C-Suite.
C-Suite wanted to look at Spot Butter. This is a weekly. We didn't touch anything since last time we talked about Spot Butter.
Yeah.
And we have this guy circled.
It sure looks like 240 is probably our next testing point here for butter.
Yeah. I mean, this thing had a nice little channel going, and it since broke through it. And obviously, we just looked at the strength of the trend is now losing steam. So here, right, it's not really performing very well. Obviously, it says it. So this looks like it wants to go back and fill this gap. The question is, what does it do? Let's say it does that. What does it do afterwards? If it fills the gap and then opens lower, then you got to go down, you go back and test all this noise. 225. Futures aren't even close to that number, by the way.
Right.
Where are futures? 266
Yeah.
October. Man, I don't know. This looks like it wants to go fill that gap.
It really does. It really does. Yeah. If it does that, do we go back down to 225? It's hard to say with Europe where they're pricing butter at. But man, looking at this and the way the butter's traded on the spot the past couple sessions, it doesn't seem very supportive.
Oh, it's also got the hallmarks of your favorite. It's got the hallmarks of making a nice old W, right? I mean, the question is, does it go fill this gap and then that's it? Because that would be one gigantic higher low, wouldn't it?
Yep.
I don't know if gigantic's the right word, but whatever. But yeah, like it would be a nice higher low. And then, like, to me, I think the concern would be another trip to 260, right? Let's say you go fill this gap, fail to put in a new low, go back to 260. You know, the idea being there's no such thing as a triple top. We'll see. But that's what it feels like. To me, this is like, given what the futures are doing, to your point, what's happening with the rest of the world. Go fill this gap and then take off.
Mm-hmm.
I know you got a hammer somewhere, just not here. That's not on your person right now, but I feel like you need to go like, I don't know, you don't sharpen a hammer. What do you do with a hammer to make it more like hammerable?
I think you just use it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Just use that thing. Use it if you got it.
All right. Well, get ready to use your hammer, I think, because I feel like you're going to want to buy butter once it goes and fills that cap. That's just my gut feeling.
The crazy, what are we at right now? I mean, we got 7.5 cents to go and to fill that gap.
Yeah. It's not that much.
I mean, it's not that much.
It's not that much. And yeah.
It's only Tuesday. We could do it by Friday.
We could be there by Friday. Who knows? It's a mystery.
Yeah.
That's the call, though. We're going to go fill this gap, put in fail to make a new low, and off we go. Kind of a little rhyme there. Okay. Last one, but certainly not least. This is Spot Nonfat. I'd say this is probably the best looking chart amongst the entire dairy complex. This one came from a request, ye who shall not be named.
Literally what they wanted to be called.
Ye who shall not be named. So that's fine. And we respect that. Trainal Train wanted to be Trainal Train. C-Suite wanted to be C-Suite. Ye who shall not be named, shall not be named.
We let you pick your names as part of the game here.
Part of the game. If you're looking for things to be, like, I guess, bullish about, this is probably the best looking chart in the whole complex, I feel like.
Yeah. What kind of formation do you look for right here?
Well, this looks like a bull flag, doesn't it? Right? So you had this, and then you had the slight retracement in a bit of a range right here. That, I think, is a flag. Right? Well, let's do ourselves a favor, since I'm turning into old man over here. I can barely see anything. Yeah, so there you go. So that looks like a flag to me. Right? It retraced I'm going to get rid of this line for a second. It retraced a slight amount of this break and then quickly broke back out of that. If this is truly what we believe it is, then the measurement, it depends on where you wanted this thing breaking out from too, right? Like, I think you can argue that once it cleared all this stuff, that's when it started to go.
Mm-hmm.
I would take this bad boy and measure and put it right on top of there, which, wow, look at that. Takes you right back to all that stuff. Look at that.
And
look at that. 138.5. Let's go. That's where we're going.
Huh.
Isn't that cool how that works sometimes?
I love it when a plan comes together.
We got to see the rest of this plan come together, but I definitely see what you're saying.
It's true.
When I was first looking at it, when you pulled it up, I was going to ask you if it was a cup and handle formation, which we haven't seen for a long time.
You very well could be right. I'm not going to disagree with you on that one.
It just looks a little bit too condensed. I mean, I think that is more of a spread out formation, right?
Yeah, that was the first thing that I thought of when I saw this. Was you had just talking it through, nice pop. You had a very small retracement of that.
Mm-hmm.
This is very little, and then you climb. Now you're into a new high relative to this break.
Right. Yeah.
So that right there, this is the best that the bears could do right here, and they still couldn't hold it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, to me, the next stop is basically the length of this, which we just laid on top, which brings us back to this number. And the question is, let's say we get there, what do we do from there?
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I think at the very least, futures too. Futures are trading this awfully close to spot. There's barely any premium in the futures, which I don't necessarily think that it means you have to roll over necessarily, right?
Right.
I just think to me, maybe that means the futures are a little bit underpriced, which is entirely possible.
For sure.
So, but yeah, I'd say this is probably the best looking chart of the entire dairy complex. We just got the milk production report that came out, and it certainly did some damage to the front months, August and September. Those months, by the way, will close I think 6 lower. And so you'll see like a big wick. That'll be the actual candle. So that's why if you're looking at the August and Sep charts. Any closing thoughts here before you get back on the crazy train?
I think these were very good charts to have today. We appreciate the 3 folks that asked us. Really good ones that people obviously are taking a peek at and wondering what the heck is going on in the dairy complex.
Not just the dairy complex, but the greens too.
And the greens too. Agriculture.
Agriculture. There you go.
Well,
that's all I got, boss.
Well, you got. I guess Andy and I are going to be back with you guys next week. We appreciate everyone tuning in. We appreciate everyone getting a hold of us to look at these charts. And if anyone wants to see anything for next week, please email us, call us, send us a text, however you can do it. We would love to look at them. We appreciate Paige in the background, making sure that we keep on track, pulling the levers, pushing the buttons, making the show go around. And if anyone has not already and you are watching this on YouTube, please give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, watch everything that Ever.Ag has to put out as far as content-wise. And we will see everyone again next Tuesday. Have a great week, even better weekend. Enjoy the weather.
See you later.